Hello, I'm Miss Aili from the Yonkers Library in New York, but for now I'm at home with my favorite books and I'd love to read a couple with you. But first, let's sing our welcome song. Welcome, welcome everyone. Now you're here, let's have some fun. Stories old and stories new, fun for me and fun for you. Welcome, welcome everyone. Now you're here, let's have some fun. Today, we are going to read some stories about ducks. And this one is called Splish Splash Ducky by Lucy Cousins. Hello, I am Ducky Duckling, and when I'm feeling happy, I go, how do ducks go? Quack, quack, quack. Oh, goody, hooray! It's raining today. I'm going to find my friends to play. And what does he say? Quack, quack, quack. Drip, drip, drop, I hop with frog. Quack, quack, quack. There they go. I like to squirm with wiggly worm. Quack, quack, quack. A hug for bug and a hug for slug. What does he say? Quack, quack, quack. Into the pond to play with the swans. Quack, quack, quack. Splash, splish, I swim with the fish. Quack, quack, quack. We shake our feathers in rainy weather. Quack, quack, quack. Drip, drop, plip, plop. Rain is so funny on your tummy. Quack, quack, quack. Squeak, squeak, hide and seek. Quack, quack, quack. Oh no, the rain has stopped. No more drips, no more drops. No more quacking. I'm feeling sad. I think I'll go to see my dad. And what does Dad say? Cheer up, Ducky. Here comes the sun. Look at the butterflies having fun. So many pretty butterflies. We'll quack together, whatever the weather. So hop on my back and quack, quack, quack. The end. Good quacking. How about we sing another song about ducks? It's called The Little White Duck. Ready? There's a little white duck sitting in the water, a little white duck doing what he oughta. He took a bite of a lily pad, flapped his wings and he said, I'm glad I'm a little white duck sitting in the water. Quack, quack, quack. Good job. Now our second story is about a duck named Mr. Darcy, and it's written by Alex Field. There he is. Mr. Darcy lived by himself on the edge of Pemberley Park. It was a place where the trees blossomed and the lake sparkled. One day he received an invitation to tea with Lizzie and her sisters. But Lizzie lived in a small, ordinary park that Mr. Darcy never visited. He shook his head, tossed the invitation aside, and set off for his daily walk to the village. Everyone admired his tall hat. That is quite a hat. As Mr. Darcy turned the corner, he tripped and fell right in front of Lizzie and her sisters. Mr. Darcy, this is a surprise, said Lizzie. Are you in good health? Mr. Darcy replied that he was in excellent health. Will we see you for tea on Sunday? Asked Lizzie. Mr. Darcy turned bright red. He picked himself up and hurried away. The next day, Mr. Darcy saw Lizzie across a laneway. Lizzie waved. Mr. Darcy quickly looked the other way and bumped straight into a tree. Ouch! Are you all right? Asked Lizzie. Yes, just resting, thank you, replied Mr. Darcy. Will we see you for tea on Sunday? Asked Lizzie. Mr. Darcy turned bright red and hurried away. It began to rain, and in his hurry, Mr. Darcy fell in an enormous puddle. Squelch, squelch, squelch. Oh dear. Mr. Darcy tried to move. The more he moved, the faster he sank into the thick, brown, squelchy mud. Looks like he's stuck. Bingley plodded up to Mr. Darcy. Do you need help? He asked. No, thank you, replied a polite Mr. Darcy. Lizzie and her sisters waddled by. The sisters giggled when they saw Mr. Darcy. Lizzie asked if he was well. Very well, thank you, he replied. This time, Lizzie didn't ask Mr. Darcy if he was coming to tea. So there Mr. Darcy stayed. The air got colder, and Mr. Darcy began to shiver. Look, Look, his friends can see him. He's very stuck. Lizzie whispered a plan to Bingley. Bingley went in search of his friends, Caroline and Mariah. While Mariah distracted Mr. Darcy, look, he's looking the other way. What are they going to do? Bingley and Caroline gave Mr. Darcy one giant shove. There he goes. His hat went flying, and so did he. Pop. But he's out of the mud. Mr. Darcy wasn't looking quite so splendid. Look, he's still all muddy. He picked up his hat and mumbled a quiet, "Thank you." "It was Lizzie's idea," said Mariah. Mr. Darcy smiled politely and went on his way. On Sunday, Mr. Darcy glanced at the invitation to tea. Should he go? He set off across Pemberley Park, carefully avoiding the large mud puddle. Lizzie was delighted that he had finally accepted her invitation to tea. What a nice tea party. Look, everybody's there. There's Lizzie, and there's Mr. Darcy with his fancy hat. Mr. Darcy felt quite loved and not alone at all. And that's the end. And now it's time for us to say goodbye. Can we sing our goodbye song? Ready? Goodbye, goodbye, everyone. Story time was so much fun. We are done, but don't be blue. Next time we'll read something new. Goodbye, goodbye, everyone. Next time we'll have lots more fun. Goodbye.